Welcome to Fazza Poetry World, where hearts turn into poetry. Close your eyes for a moment, and feel this, not as words, but as a heartbeat. Because what I'm about to say, is not just a poem. It's a promise carved into time. Love, is not something we find every day. It doesn't come knocking on every door, it doesn't stay in every heart, and it definitely doesn't survive in every story. But when it comes, when it truly comes, it feels like destiny finally remembered your name. And I found that, in her. Not in a perfect world, not in a fairy tale setting, but in the real, messy, unpredictable life, where she stood beside me. Not just to love, but to care, to share, to understand what even I couldn't explain. She is not just someone I love, she is a feeling I live with. A bond, so rare, so deep, so beyond comparison, that even silence between us feels complete. Her kindness, is not loud, not showy, but it shines. In the smallest things. In the way she listens, when I don't have the right words. In the way she smiles, like the world hasn't broken her. In the way she holds on, even when everything else lets go. And every single day, she becomes my reason again. She is not just on my mind, she is my mind's peace. A treasure, so rare, so pure, that even the stars would feel jealous of the light she carries within. This love, it's not a game. Not a moment. Not something that fades when the night gets cold. It is real. It is deep. It is the kind of love, that doesn't ask for reasons to stay. Because we don't just exist together. We stand hand in hand, through chaos, through storms, through everything that tries to break us. We are not perfect. But we are real. A perfect pair not because we don't fall, but because we never let go when we do. She is my princess. Not because of crowns or titles, but because of the way she rules my heart. Without ever asking for control. She is my heart's delight, the quiet happiness that doesn't need noise to be felt. My dreams, they changed the day she walked in. They became brighter, clearer, more alive. Because now they had her in them. And I wait for that day. That one special day, where time will stop just long enough for me to say, you're mine, not just in love, but in life. Her laughter, it's not just sound. It's a melody. A soft rhythm that heals every broken part of me. And her touch, so gentle, so calm, like the world suddenly decided to be kind again. Her heart, pure in a way that makes you believe that love still exists, even in a world that forgot its meaning. With her beside me, I don't feel lost anymore. I feel secure. Like no matter how hard life gets, I have a home. And through every storm, we will not run. We will stand together. Because some loves are not meant to escape storms. They are meant to conquer them. In her eyes, I don't just see beauty. I see a future. Clear. alive, unshaken. A life where love is not questioned, but lived. A world we will build, not with perfection, but with patience, trust, and endless care. A world filled with joy, where peace is not a dream, but a daily reality. Where worries don't disappear, but become smaller. Because we face them together. Her love, it's my guiding light. The one that stays. When everything else fades into darkness. And every night, when the world goes quiet. Her love still shines. And I dream, not of riches, not of fame, but of a simple beginning. A life, where she stands beside me. Not as just my love, but as my wife. My closest friend. My forever person. A bond that time cannot break, no matter how hard it tries. Together, we will write our story. Not in ink, but in moments. Moments of laughter, of tears, of growth, of endless love. With hearts intertwined, and fingers locked. Like they were never meant to separate. And our love, it will not stay the same. It will grow. With every sunrise, every sunset, every second we choose each other again. So here I stand, with a promise. Clear. Unbreakable. Forever mine. To love her, not just in the easy days, but in the nights that test everything. To choose her, even when the world gives me reasons not to. Because she is the one, my heart holds onto. Like it finally found where it belongs. She is the reason. Everything feels right. In every sunrise, in every star, in every dream that dares to exist. She is there. Near or far. She remains. My love. My life's greatest blessing. The joy I see, every time I look into her eyes. And as time moves forward, as years pass, as life changes, one thing will stay the same. Us. Through highs, through lows, through everything in between. Because with her, I am not just living. I am blessed. And in her arms, I have found something I never knew I was searching for. Peace. We will laugh. We will cry. We will fall. But never alone. Because together, we rise. Every single time. She is not just my love. She is my reason. For every joy, and every tear. And with every heartbeat, I remain. Dedicated. Loyal. Unshaken. Through joy, through pain, through everything life brings. Because she is not just part of my story. She is my entire life. And one day, soon, she will not just be my love. She will be my forever, my always, my beautiful wife. And if you're still here, still listening, then let me take you deeper into the part of love that most people never talk about. Because loving her was never just about the beautiful moments. It was about the nights when everything felt heavy. And still, her name was the only peace I knew. There were times when the world tried to shake me, when doubts crept in quietly, when fear whispered, "What if you lose her?" But even in those moments, my heart never let go. Because some connections are not built on convenience. They are written in something far stronger than fate. And she is not just someone I chose. She is someone my soul recognized. Before my mind even understood. I have seen her in silence, when she thought no one noticed. I have felt her strength, when she was pretending to be okay. And that's when I realized. I don't just love her for who she is in the light, I love her for who she is in the dark. Because real love is not about perfect days. It's about standing beside someone when everything is falling apart, and saying, "I'm not going anywhere." And I meant it. Every word. Every promise. Every silent prayer I ever made for her. Because she became my habit. Not the kind you break, but the kind you breathe. Her presence, it settled inside me. Like it was always meant to be there. And even when she's not around, I feel her. In the way I think, in the way I smile, in the way my heart beats a little softer. When her name crosses my mind. People think love is loud. But ours is deep. It doesn't need to prove itself to the world. It doesn't need validation. Because we know. We feel it. In the quiet moments, in the spaces between words, in the way our hands find each other. Without even trying. And yes, there will be challenges. There will be days when life doesn't go as planned. There will be misunderstandings, there will be distance, there will be moments when everything feels uncertain. But even then, I will choose her. Not once. Not twice. But every single day. Because love is not just a feeling. It is a decision. A commitment. A promise you wake up and keep. Again and again. And I will keep it. For her. I will be the man who doesn't run when things get hard. The one who stays, who listens, who understands. Even when words fail. Because she deserves that. She deserves a love that doesn't confuse her. A love that doesn't disappear. A love that doesn't make her question her worth. And I promise, with everything I am, she will never have to wonder if she is enough. Because to me, she is everything. And if one day, life tries to pull us in different directions, if distance grows, if time tests us, if the world stands against us, then I will fight. Not with anger, not with ego, but with love. The kind of love that refuses to give up. The kind of love that says, no matter what happens, we will find our way back. Because that's what we do. We don't break. We bend, we learn, we grow, but we never let go. And I know, there will come a day when everything we dreamed of will finally stand in front of us. A home filled with laughter. A life built on trust. A future that once felt far away, now within reach. And on that day, when I look at her, not as just my love, but as my wife, I will remember every struggle, every wait, every moment that led us there. And I will smile, because it was all worth it. Every second. Because loving her was never a risk. It was the best decision my heart ever made. So if the world asks me again, why her? I will simply say, because in a life full of temporary things, she is my forever. And I will spend every breath I have, proving that love like ours was never meant to end. Writing. Welcome to Fazza Poetry World, where hearts turn into poetry. And even after all this, after every word I've spoken, after every promise I've made, there is still more. Because love like this, it doesn't end in words. It keeps growing, like a story that refuses to finish. There are things I haven't told you yet, things I feel, but can't always explain. Like how, in the middle of a crowded room, my eyes still search for her. Not because I'm lost, but because she is my direction. And when I find her, even for a second, everything just feels right again. There are moments when I imagine our future so clearly that it feels like I've already lived it. Waking up beside her, not as a dream, but as a reality. Her hair slightly messy, her eyes still half closed, and that soft smile that doesn't even try to be perfect. Yet somehow, it becomes the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. And I think to myself, this is home. Not walls. Not a place. Not a city. But her. Because home is not where you live. It's where your heart finally rests. And mine rests in her. I think about the little things too, the way she'll call my name when she needs me. The way she'll laugh at things that aren't even that funny, but somehow make me laugh too. The way she'll get quiet sometimes, lost in her own thoughts. And I'll just sit beside her, not saying anything. Because even silence with her feels complete. And maybe, that's what love truly is. Not just the big moments, but the small ones that no one else notices. The quiet glances, the gentle touches, the unspoken understanding. And I promise, I will never take those moments for granted. Because I know they are the real treasure. And yes, life will change. Time will pass. We will grow older. Things won't always be the same. But my love for her, it will not fade. It will evolve, it will deepen, it will become stronger with every challenge we face. Because I'm not here for a temporary feeling. I'm here for a lifetime. For the days when we're young and dreaming, and for the days when we're old and remembering. For the laughter that fills our home, and even for the tears that teach us how to hold each other tighter. Because loving her means choosing her in every version of life. And I will. Again and again, no matter what. And if one day, we find ourselves sitting together, years from now, looking back at everything we've been through, I know we won't regret a single thing. Because we didn't give up. We didn't walk away. We didn't let the world break what we built. We held on. And that is what makes love eternal. So let the world say what it wants. Let people doubt. Let them question. Because they don't feel what we feel. They don't understand what it's like to find someone who becomes your everything. But I do. And I will protect it with everything I have. Because she is not just a chapter, she is the entire story. The beginning, the middle, and the ending I never want to reach. So if there's one thing I want the universe to hear, it's this: no matter how many lifetimes I get, no matter how many chances I have, I will always choose her. In every world. In every reality. In every version of me. It will always be her. Because some loves are not meant to be explained. They are meant to be lived forever.